Well, they're going to try to pound it, and and then get us to suck up, and then try to hit us deep. I think that's the game plan.
So, talk about the run fits a little bit. What are the things you've really drilled into those guys in the linebacker group about making sure they're disciplined and what they're seeing and what they're doing?
Right. I think the if you look at two plays that they run the most is the toss sweep and the power play, and in our defense whatever defense called it, it plays out a little bit different. And it's very important that we understand that and fit it properly. But up to this point, our kids done a pretty good job.
I watched about 4 games worth of their film from last year. I noticed that they'll really work you on the inside. They'll almost be stubborn about running you between the tackles, and like you said, try to kind of compress you into the middle, and then here they'll come with that kind of that little quasi stretch or that pitch.
Right.
And the next thing you know, everybody's sitting inside, and here goes one of their guys around the end. What are some of the key tendencies you've seen out of those guys in terms of what they're doing and what you've got to be cautious with?
Well, I think for the most part, I think that there's certain things that they do formation wise, personnel wise, that give us a clue, and I think at this point from here on in, I think that's the key. Just making sure our guys, we give them the best opportunity to understand what they're getting out of certain little groups. And to this point, our kids have done a pretty good job with that. And we'll just keep putting a little bit more and a little bit more on them, and as long as they can absorb it.
Your guys, Flory and Boggs have both had a lot of big game snaps. We know what we kind of got going on there. You got some younger guys behind them. Looks like Fair's back and healthy, and then Ed Davis is back in there as well. How do you feel like those two are taking on everything you're throwing at them and realizing that, they're both really going to see the field for the first time in any serious regard, and they're seeing a big stage in Georgia?
Well, there's no question. We plan on playing all 4 linebackers, and we're even trying to mix them up in practice so that they get used to playing with different guys. I think that's important right there, because you don't want to go into a game and something happens and you put another guy in there and they're not used to playing together. So at this point, everything's really hadn't been. It's not been fire, so we don't know, but they're going to find out pretty quick.
In terms of obvious passing downs, you guys get into nickel or even dime stuff. Generally you're only leaving one of your guys on the field. When it comes to coverage responsibilities, do you have kind of a 1A kind of a list right now?
Boggs has a lot of experience. Flory probably is a little bit more athletic, so we'll play both of them. When that happens, it's basically if you're really tired, please don't stay out there, that type of thing. And I trust both of them, and so our game plan is to play both of them in those situations, and try to get as much rest as you can on the sideline. And just like I said, playing all 4 of those guys is going to be important for us.
Good deal. Good luck this week, Dale. Thanks.